Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. We're back at housing videos, something that isn't too spoilerific for people. I thought we'd continue with trying not to include too many videos that have zones and things in them. So this is a housing design that you can make in your free company. It's a new housing project, the Country House. Now, I'm able to demonstrate for you today the small and the large. Those are the ones I've purchased from various market boards on Chaos Data Center. And as you can see, the prototype uses pelagic clay, a new material, the basaltic clay, and the cocobolo lumber. And this is what you make. Let's go and look at these together. Okay, looking at our small plot first then, and then we'll look at our free company's large. This, at the moment, we're using the small cafe design, which I absolutely love. I love the details that they put into this originally. Let's have a look at this then. Let's go onto the housing menu, and then obviously remodel our exterior, and then click on the country cottage wall. It says a set of 4 walls designed for those who wish to give their estate a quaint rural look. So let's apply that like that, and already I'm seeing some incredible texture changes. Alrighty then, so as you can see, the small cottage comes with this beautiful looking house with all sorts of different growths on the side. We'll get up close and personal in a second. Wanted a nice pan from an orbital sort of range, and we have this fence work as well all the way around the property with an archway in the middle. We'll also look at these in nighttime as well, but for now I just wanted to get a good idea of what they look like from this sort of angle. Alright, so let's look at this up close and personal. So the archway has all of these beautiful flowers growing on it, ivy and moss and other sorts of flowers going up there. We have a lantern that no doubt turns on when it drops to nighttime. It's pretty much midday or just after midday in the game. We've got some Gasal greens over here to the left, or vegetables with all sorts of things, maybe carrots underneath there and a bit of straw. On this side we have mushrooms growing, which is quite nice, actually quite quaint. And we've got this huge wooden structure, this beautiful wooden door with a bell, I think, above it. And of course we've got, you know, all of those hanging basket type ideas at the top there. And more growths. As we go around, I need to move this pond. It's clipping into it now. I'm so used to having the swimming pool. We've got like a gardener's section, so with more vegetables and tools hanging up there. We also have this side door, which is a real shame that we can't have a side entrance to our property. That would look amazing. And then round the back, if I jump over this, we have another door. So this time, like a door to the tree itself. And as you can see, there's a window at the top there. It'd be really cool if housing was more designable, as in you could change the layout for a fee, of course, and then make it so that these doors were actually functional. That would be really, really cool. And then, of course, you've got the other side of a tree there with the chimney breast poking out, looking really good. In terms of getting onto the roof of this, it shouldn't be too difficult. If I use our, you know, sauna area as a stepping stone. Let's see, we can do a swift jump. There we go. Not too difficult at all. And as you can see, we've got this beautiful tiled roof. And we have a window on the roof there, like a skylight. And this nice curved beam in the center, which goes all the way up. Now, you might want to think about a permanent way of getting up here, maybe some ladders or the jumping thing. Obviously, Square Enix is well aware that players want to actually access the top of their house, other than the weather vane looking amazing. There is also this beautiful seated area. This is something I didn't actually think would be on this. I thought this was only on the large plot. How gorgeous is this? So you've got a place to come and sit and have a brew with your friends. You've got a light here, a couple of lanterns actually, and a trapdoor, which again makes me wish that we could redesign the interior of our houses to make it so that we had a ladder to access that from inside. That would be really cool. But as you can see, this looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? For a small plot, you're basically getting the elevation. Now, of course, many questions might pop into your head, such as, can I place items on top of this section? And let's discover that together. I think that would be a good idea. Let's just grab this. So no, by the looks of it, you can't place any items up here. At least not items that I can grab quickly. Otherwise it would be a sort of orange icon, wouldn't it? But They are fully functioning seats that we can sit at and have a nice cup of tea, which is lovely. Absolutely awesome. Let's quickly hop over to the large then and see what that one looks like in comparison. So that's something else. This is obviously the plot that we have for our free company, and we've sort of tried to design it to look a little bit Dawntrail-y in the entrance hall section here, but I'm curious to see what this plot will look like with the cottage, because it's a large cottage. Will we have the same roof access? Let's see. Yes, we do. I believe we do. My goodness. Wow, I didn't expect it to have such a forward protrusion with this balcony. So if you're a massive fan of the balconies, you're going to love this one. Let's once again go into G pose and zoom all the way out so we can get a good shot of this. And as you can see, regardless of my overgrowth of different furnishing items, we have a beautiful area here. We also seem to have like in addition to the balcony, we also have a sort of fenced section. That is obviously not something I've placed there. The otter bench is obviously something I've placed there prior. But we have this sort of fenced off section. So if you wanted to make a fenced area within your property without taking up housing slots, that's probably going to make you quite happy. Yeah, look at that. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? We got those barrels on the top there, as well as more of those different, obviously windows and things. It'd been really cool if you could redesign the upstairs to have another floor on top of that. But I see a lot of growth up there. So let's go look at the other side. So as night has appeared, which is a perfect bit of timing, ignore the otter that I've placed up there, we have this beautiful lantern at the front with these gates are the ones I placed there. You don't get the gates with them. It just comes with the archway. But it's nice to see that they sit flush with the gates that I placed there. And then, of course, we have all of those lanterns on the front of the door and then the windows themselves. And then as we go around, this is the sort of picket fence area with the growths up the wood and all of the barrels and things. A little room for a gate, perhaps, if you wanted to put a gate there. And as we go around, we've got some mushrooms, which have a slight bit of luminosity to them, which is really cool. I didn't expect that, glow-in-the-dark mushrooms. And then the other side is beautiful. We have, very similar to the small plot, we have a raised deck area with 2 doors, so 2 rear access points, not that we would be able to use them, sadly. We've got our tools hanging up here next to a stone and brick wall, and we've got some more ivy, some big sort of floorboards up above. Presumably you can stand on those. It'd be really cool if you could interact with this and teleport up or something. I'm not necessarily asking for an interior here, but an ability to just warp to the roof would be cool. More of these fences with lamps on them, and then the bottom of this giant tree trunk. Another cool thing is this swing. I think this is really cute. Does it pass the sit test? Yes, it does. So of course this is a fully functional seat, which is a tree swing if you want to just relax around the back of your house. I can see a lot of people coming up with some great ideas to complement this. Like I say, I've just plopped this on, so a lot of the furnishings I've got there don't necessarily fit. We've got a nice lantern above there with those beautiful windows there. More tools and veggies and like a grain or a storehouse. We've got hay. Very cool. And then we've got some plants in pots over here and another door. So what's that? Door number 4? Right, let's see if we can get on top of this and discover from above. So a few of you might wonder what the door looks like on the inside. That's what that looks like. I know this is something I overlook sometimes in these videos, but that's what that fixture looks like. And of course, all of the windows are also these arced, rounded windows as well. But yeah, apart from that, pretty much everything is exactly the same. Obviously, it would be nice if that balcony door worked. It unfortunately does not, but very cool stuff. All right, I have eventually managed to get up here thanks to the heaven on high, and this is what we've got above then. So this is your area, your balcony. So the details up here is we have obviously another access point. We have ourselves some of the other, storage for plants and things. And then, conveniently enough, we have some barrels that allow us to jump onto the roof. Now, I wonder Oh, okay. Fran seems to have the general idea. So obviously it is designed that once you've figured out a way of getting up here, that's how you would get up there. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then if we go over here, bit of a wall jumping practice, isn't it, really? There we go. That's how we can jump up there. And then we've got a tree branch to jump on. Is there anything past the tree branch? Oh, there is. And there's another seated area. Well, this is great, isn't it? So if you and your friends like jumping puzzles, they could have probably made it a little bit easier to get into. Not going to lie. But if you like this kind of thing, you're going to be absolutely enamored with this. We have, of course, another trapdoor that doesn't work. And we have more seats at the top if you want to have a cup of tea with your friends. And then we're overlooking, obviously, the map boundaries over there. And then the bottom of the tree there. Very cool stuff. Very cool. And as Fran is demonstrating, having a nice cup of tea. Having a great cup of tea at the top of the tree. So let's go into G-pose and have a nice long pan away from this as far as we can. And then you'll get a better idea of the sort of impact this has. So we're really high up here. Almost as high up as if you were on top of the Shirogane Castle type design. But obviously you've got all of these leaves as well. You're going to see this for miles. All of those tree branches. And they seem to have collision detection. So no doubt I'm missing something by not exploring more. And it's a nice little secluded place at the top there. Not many people would necessarily think to go up there, right? No one's going to immediately see you. And I don't think, even with in G-pose, that I have the ability to zoom out further. No. There we go. Now we've got a proper vantage point of what this looks like from as far as I can zoom out, even with the G-pose feature all the way as well. It's quite an impressive building, isn't it? It doesn't necessarily feel as bulky as some of the other designs, but what it lacks for in that regard, I think in sheer design quality, it's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? I love the way that it lights up at night. Yeah, obviously I'd have to redesign the garden quite a bit to fit this sort of thing. Yeah, what a nice design. Let's go and have a look quickly at the small den at night, because we didn't do that. And there we go, that's what it looks like at night, the small one, with all those things lit and all of those lanterns looking really, really cool. Yeah, I have to say this is probably not my favorite design, but I definitely think this is one that's going to make a lot of people very happy, especially considering there are places to sit on the roofs that are encouraging people to go up there. You'll also notice over there above the house there are like fireflies. That's something that also comes with a house. It's because of all of the plant life. Nice little extra visual effects and things like that. Just really, really nice. Let me know what you think about the country design then. Is this something that's on your wish list? Of course, right now, the market board is quite crazy in terms of price, but these things will come down. Or if you want to make this stuff yourself, you totally can. But most of the materials will be accessible either from Fate vendors or obviously from Tomestone stuff. When you're at level 100, you'll be able to exchange the new tomes for some of that stuff. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. More videos on the way from Dawntrail, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.